podcast with PR Brown, season 2, episode 7. You know, I just need to make one thing or a few things clear. When I take my podcast or record my podcast and I talk about leadership and I talk about organizations, my focus is entrepreneurship. You having your own business, you having your own thing, because you will never be free. You will never be as effective as you could be until you own, operate, control your own organization. It's just that simple. Now, let me tell you something. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody. But for those of you who want to truly be a leader, for those of you who truly desire to stand head and shoulders above the rest, there's nothing that can compare to having your own business, to being an entrepreneur, to being the person who controls the enterprise. You follow your own directives, you set the tone, and as a leader, having clarity is more important than ever as an entrepreneur in business for yourself. So, just to be clear, our conversations, my podcast, is not for me to motivate you in participating in someone else's dream, because if you work with somebody else, that is exactly what you're doing. No, my podcast is designed to help you be a better leader, an effective leader within an organization that you built from the ground up. Not one that you helped build from the ground up, but one that you built from the ground up. As good as your last day. Effective leadership comes with being an entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur, you're always going to be led by somebody else. Point blank, period. Think about that. Now, I'm not knocking those who choose to lead large organizations owned by large corporations, but if you're capable of being effective at leadership in that capacity, you're also capable of being effective at leadership in a capacity in which you create what you're leading. Flight Plan Podcast with PR Brown, Season 2, Episode 7. Food for thought today. Have a good one.